What if I told you that one of history's biggest mysteries might just be lurking beneath the waves? Imagine this: Atlantis, that legendary lost civilization, could be more than just a myth. It might actually be an enigma hidden deep in the ocean. Intrigued? You should be. Let's take a plunge together into this captivating mystery and sift through the clues that could suggest Atlantis is real. Picture the thrill of uncovering secrets that have baffled people for centuries. Are you ready to dive into the depths of this tale and uncover the truth about Atlantis? Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride. In the realm of history, few mysteries capture the human imagination quite like the legend of Atlantis. First mentioned by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis has tantalized scholars and dreamers alike with its tale of an advanced civilization that met a cataclysmic end. But what if the story of Atlantis goes beyond a mere myth? What if there's a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered beneath the ocean's surface? The idea that Atlantis may lie beneath the waves is both intriguing and controversial. Proponents of this theory argue that geological events such as earthquakes or rising sea levels could have submerged the island, causing it to vanish beneath the ocean. This fascinating concept opens up a world of possibilities. Could there be remnants of this legendary civilization hidden in the depths? And if so, can modern science help us locate them? As we delve deeper into the mystery, we'll examine the evidence that supports this theory. From geological records to archaeological findings, we'll explore every lead to see if there's any truth to the belief that Atlantis is real and waiting to be found beneath the sea. So join us on this journey as we uncover the secrets that may finally reveal the fate of Atlantis. Unveiling the enigma: ancient wisdom or mythical mirage? The legendary lost city of Atlantis has fascinated people for centuries. Some believe that it was a real place that sank beneath the ocean, while others think it was just a story made up by the Greek philosopher Plato. To understand why this is a difficult question to answer, we must first go back to ancient Greece. Plato wrote about Atlantis in his work Timaeus. He described it as a powerful naval empire situated in the Atlantic Ocean, but also close to the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis had a strong navy and ruled over many other civilizations until it was destroyed by a natural disaster. However, despite its power, no physical evidence of Atlantis has ever been found. This has led many people to conclude that Atlantis was nothing more than a figment of Plato's imagination. There are several reasons why people believe this. Firstly, there are no historical records outside of Plato's work mentioning Atlantis. Secondly, some scholars argue that Plato created the story of Atlantis to make a philosophical point about the dangers of unchecked power. Finally, there's no archaeological evidence proving the existence of Atlantis. On the other hand, there are those who believe that Atlantis really existed and was lost beneath the ocean. They point to geological evidence that suggests that an earthquake or rising sea level could have submerged the island. These people argue that Atlantis was home to a highly advanced civilization that developed new technologies and ideas far ahead of its time. However, without physical proof, it's impossible to know for sure whether Atlantis was a real place or simply a story meant to teach us valuable lessons about the past. The search for Atlantis continues to captivate many people today, but it's important to approach this topic with a critical mindset. While it's fun to imagine what life was like on a lost island civilization, we must also rely on evidence when trying to piece together history. Ultimately, the mystery of Atlantis will continue to intrigue us until we find physical proof of its existence or learn more about the world's ancient past. Is Atlantis a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered? The idea that Atlantis may be hiding beneath the water is both thrilling and thought-provoking. If there truly is a lost civilization waiting to be found, what kind of treasures might we unearth from this long-lost culture? The possibility of discovering ancient artifacts, texts, and architecture is incredibly exciting. Imagine stumbling upon a perfectly preserved sculpture or uncovering a scroll containing cryptic messages from the Atlanteans. It would not only provide invaluable insights into their way of life, but also give us a glimpse into a world that existed thousands of years ago. But the search for Atlantis isn't just about material wealth or fame. It's about expanding our understanding of history and unraveling the mysteries of the past. Discovering Atlantis could revolutionize everything we know about ancient civilizations and their achievements. It would answer age-old questions about how societies functioned and evolved, as well as shed light on the events that shaped our world today. The impact of such a discovery would be monumental and could change the course of history itself. Yet, despite the allure of unearthing these secrets, it's important to remember that exploring underwater ruins comes with its own set of challenges. Shipwrecks and submerged sites are fragile ecosystems that should be treated with care to prevent damage or disturbance. Furthermore, the depths of the ocean can be dangerous and unpredictable, making exploration risky and expensive endeavors. Despite these obstacles, the potential rewards of discovering Atlantis are simply too great to ignore. The allure of Atlantis lies not only in the possibility of finding treasure, but also in the opportunity to learn more about our world and ourselves. Whether or not this legendary city actually existed, the search for answers has led us on an incredible journey that continues to captivate and inspire us today. The search for Atlantis: myths, theories, and modern science. The mystery of Atlantis has captivated people for centuries. Is it a lost civilization or just a myth? What evidence do we have for its existence, and where might we find it today? Let's dive into the fascinating world of Atlantis and explore what modern science has revealed about this enigmatic island. First, let's talk about the different theories surrounding Atlantis. Where did this legend come from, and how many people believe it to be true? According to Plato, Atlantis was a real place located in the Atlantic Ocean. It was an island full of wisdom and advanced technology until it was suddenly swallowed by the sea. However, there's no historical record outside of Plato's work that mentions Atlantis. Some people believe that he made up the story to teach us about the dangers of greed and power. Despite the lack of evidence, many people still believe that Atlantis really existed somewhere beneath the ocean. They say that a giant earthquake or rising sea levels could have caused it to sink. Could be true. There are even some who think that Atlantis was home to a highly advanced civilization that was way ahead of its time. Now, let's look at the scientific evidence. What does it tell us about Atlantis, and how might we find it? There are a few interesting theories out there. Some say that Atlantis was actually the ancient Egyptian city of Heracleion, which was destroyed by an earthquake and tsunami. Others believe that it could be the lost Minoan city of Akrotiri, which was wiped out by a volcanic eruption. Maybe Atlantis never existed at all. Perhaps Plato used the story to represent the fall of any advanced society that becomes too powerful and corrupt. Regardless of what really happened, we can't deny that the legend of Atlantis continues to fascinate us today. It makes us wonder what could have been and what lessons we can learn from history. Diving deep, exploring the depths of the mystery. If Atlantis truly exists beneath the ocean's surface, what clues might it leave behind? How can we unlock the secrets of this legendary civilization and bring its story to light? The process of locating and exploring underwater ruins is a complex and challenging one. It requires specialized equipment and expertise to navigate the depths and uncover what lies beneath. One promising avenue of exploration involves studying ancient texts and maps to identify potential locations for Atlantis. By examining historical accounts and geographical references, researchers can narrow down the search area and focus on regions that align with the descriptions provided by Plato. For example, some believe that Atlantis was located near the Strait of Gibraltar, while others think it was further out in the Atlantic Ocean. Another approach involves analyzing geological evidence such as earthquakes, tsunamis, and rising sea levels to determine if they could have caused an island to sink. By studying geological records, scientists can identify areas that have experienced significant changes in elevation or have been affected by natural disasters. This information can help pinpoint potential locations for Atlantis and provide insights into how it may have been destroyed. Moreover, advancements in technology have allowed researchers to use sonar and other imaging techniques to scan the ocean floor and identify potential structures or artifacts. These tools enable us to visualize the ocean floor in greater detail and detect any anomalies that could indicate the presence of a lost civilization. By combining these various methods, researchers can piece together the clues and hopefully unravel the mystery of Atlantis. While the search for Atlantis continues to elude definitive answers, each exploration brings us closer to understanding the history of our planet and the civilizations that have shaped it. The quest for Atlantis, a lost civilization rumored to have existed in the Atlantic Ocean, has captivated people for centuries. Its legend dates back to the Greek philosopher Plato, who described Atlantis as a powerful island nation that was home to a wise and advanced society. According to Plato, Atlantis was located in the Atlantic Ocean and was known for its wealth and military strength. However, he also believed that the Atlanteans became consumed by greed and their empire eventually collapsed, causing the island to sink beneath the sea. While Plato's writings provide the foundation for the Atlantis myth, there's little evidence to support its existence. Many scholars believe that Plato created Atlantis as a literary device to illustrate his philosophical ideas. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the legend of Atlantis has endured throughout history and has inspired countless theories and speculations. Some believe that the island nation may have been based on real historical events, such as the destruction of the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. Others argue that Atlantis was purely a mythical creation with no basis in reality. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Atlantis myth is its ambiguous nature. Plato's description of the island's location and characteristics is vague enough to allow for multiple interpretations and has led to numerous theories attempting to identify its exact whereabouts. Some believe that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean Sea near the Strait of Gibraltar, while others argue that it was situated somewhere in the North Atlantic Ocean. Modern science has offered some insight into the Atlantis myth. Geological evidence suggests that a massive earthquake or a series of natural disasters could have caused an island to sink beneath the sea. However, no conclusive evidence has been found to support the existence of Atlantis or its advanced civilization. The legend of Atlantis continues to fascinate people around the world, and its mystery has inspired works of art, literature, and film. While the truth behind the myth may never be fully revealed, the search for Atlantis serves as a reminder of humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown. Can you feel the connection? As we continue our journey to uncover the truth about Atlantis, it's essential to consider the connection between Plato's writings and the real-world events that may have inspired them. What if Atlantis wasn't just a mythical creation, but a reflection of actual historical events? One compelling theory suggests that Atlantis may be connected to the rise and fall of the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. The Minoans were a Bronze Age culture known for their advanced society and cultural achievements. Their civilization flourished on Crete from around 2700 to 1450 BC, but it's believed that a volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, caused widespread devastation, leading to their decline. Some scholars argue that Plato's description of Atlantis as a powerful island nation that was ultimately destroyed by natural forces aligns with the fate of the Minoan civilization. The eruption of Thera sent massive waves across the Aegean Sea, causing widespread destruction and potentially contributing to the downfall of the Minoans. This theory is supported by geological evidence that shows a significant drop in sea level following the eruption, which could explain Plato's account of Atlantis sinking beneath the waves. The link between Atlantis and the Minoans is still a hot topic among scholars, with no clear agreement on whether Atlantis was real or just a story. But diving into these connections helps us get a better grasp of the ancient world and what might have inspired Plato's famous tale. It's pretty fascinating, right? So, what do you think? Do you believe that Atlantis is real and hiding beneath the ocean waves? Or do you think it's nothing more than a myth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting explorations into the world of history and archaeology.